NC Pork. Good for the plate, great for the state.
NC State, huge comeback at the Carter on Saturday, winning over Virginia 35-31. Tony Elliott's Cavaliers were not expected to be very much, but NC State did struggle with Virginia for most of this game. CJ Bailey, 3 total touchdowns, 2 on the ground, 1 with his arm. Hollywood Smothers, though, running for 136 yards and 3 touchdowns. But Jim Collins, it was the defense that saved the day again for North Carolina State. And that has to make that coaching staff feel really good with a pair of new coordinators.
You know, I'm sitting here looking at stats right now. They gave up 13 out of 19 third downs and gave up 514 yards. The Virginia running back had a career day. I'm not sure you feel real good about where you are defensively right now. You're glad the Morris kid threw it to your senior linebacker in the end zone right now.
Brew, this is the first time that the Wolfpack under Dave Doran has been 2-0 since 2014. A lot of the state fans are leaving Carter Finley after those opening 2 games against East Carolina and Virginia. They're shaking their head going, man, we got to make a coaching change. It seems like it's a pretty tough bar here in 2025 if you're 2-0 and people are already calling for your head. If you're Dave Doran and you're giving them pretty much more than they've had in the last 2.5 decades.
Dave Doran is a proven head coach. He is a veteran guy, 13 years at NC State. He's won a bunch of football games. He's beat North Carolina consecutively. You know, he's done a lot of really good things there. But at some point, you know, people are going to want to see you win a championship. They want to see you win a championship or at least be in the championship game, that type of thing. Dave's put together a good roster. I really, you know, I think the quarterback is extremely dynamic. He reminds me a little bit. I recruited a guy when I was at the University of Texas, a kid named Vince Young. And Vince Young, I'm not saying this kid is Vince Young. Don't get that confused. I'm just saying he's a talented young player who can throw it, who's got great wheels, can go make some plays on third down with his feet. And I think Dave has done a good job, like I said, of putting those types of players, you know, together on his roster.
It's Tailgate 101 from the North Carolina Pork Council and the North Carolina Sports Network. I'm here with Roy Lee Lindsay. Those noon kickoffs, man, nobody likes them, but they make for great tailgates, especially breakfast food.
They do a lot of things. A noon kickoff, there are challenges with it. You got to get there early, but you do get your evening back. You can watch other games on TV in the evening, so it's not all a loss, if you will. But what do you do for that early tailgate? You don't have as much time to prepare, to cook, to whatever. So here's some simple things you can do. One, North Carolina is blessed with lots of good restaurants that feature breakfast. So think biscuits and bacon, biscuits and sausage and egg. You need one this morning?
Oh, I do.
Get started right away. But you can stop by, you can pick up biscuits and take with you. Those are easy to unwrap, easy to have. But if you want to make them yourself, go ahead and cook the biscuits. You can cook them the night before. You can take them to your tailgate, throw them on the grill just a little bit to warm them back up. It'll make them a little softer. You can get them hot again. Throw some bacon, throw some sausage on there. Again, you can pre-cook the sausage, throw it back on the grill to heat it back up, and easy to make biscuits, and you've got them. One of the things that I've always done for breakfast is burritos. Breakfast burritos are easy. You throw your skillet on top of your grill, you throw some eggs in there, some onions, some peppers, throw in some sausage and some bacon, and you've got an instant breakfast burrito. Tips for making burritos is you will always buy more tortillas than you think you need. And when you get there, you're always going to have tortillas left. I did it for 15 years, and we always brought tortillas, and we always took tortillas home. It never failed. We had more than we needed. So about half as many tortillas as what you think you need is what you really need for breakfast burritos. But breakfast is easy. And then when you come out of the game afterwards, you can throw something back on the grill and have an early supper, if you will.
That's great. And I know later in the day we'll eat barbecue, but at breakfast, you mentioned it. You can go sausage, you can go bacon, or you can go country ham. What's at Roy Lee's tailgate?
I'm a bacon and sausage guy, so that for me is where we're always going to go. Burritos I find to be easy because I can make a big batch of it for a large group of people, and then they can serve themselves as they go.
Get those NC pork burritos going. Bacon, sausage, you got it all, even country ham. It makes game days better, just like bacon.
Just like bacon.
Everything better. Roy Lee Lindsay and Mike Waddell here on the North Carolina Sports Network.
And one of the best Wolfpack players of recent memory hails from Hillsborough, where Hog Day is coming in this week. We're talking, of course, about Peyton Wilson, who plays for the Steelers now in Pittsburgh. But Cade Fordham is another guy that is a pretty darn good linebacker and comes from some pretty hardy football stock as well. So that's a guy that I've really enjoyed watching in spot action. When I focus in on one player on the NC State defense, I love to watch Fordham play.
I tell you what, and Jim will say this, he's outstanding. He made the play at the end of the game, right? He makes the play in the end zone. They fire zone him. He's matched on the back, man to man. I mean, and golly, the old boy from Virginia gave him a gift. I mean, just gave him a gift. And but I tell you what, it was an outstanding play by the young guy there at NC State. And hey, he makes a play, game over.
Mike, I'm gonna go back on my statement, and the statement that I made was not being critical of Dave Doran, because I think Dave Doran has done a really, really good job for 13 years at NC State. I think he has a good coaching staff. Again, they just need to play better, and when they establish that they will play better now, and we all think that they can, this Thursday night will be an interesting challenge for them in Winston-Salem. So we'll see where this goes. Not by any stretch of the imagination should the Wolfpack faithful be questioning who their head football coach is at this point in time.
This has been Bold North State Football Daily, an exclusive presentation of the North Carolina Sports Network. Make sure you follow us on social media at the NC Sportsnet, and check out our website that is wall-to-wall coverage of North Carolina sports at ncsportsnetwork.com. Our foundational partner is the North Carolina Pork Council, raising the bacon, raising the bar. Telling the stories of the bold North State, this is the North Carolina Sports Network.